Alright folks, I wanted to do a video about the stone that Eric, the Cajun Blade, has shared with, I guess, several different of us folks that like to do honing and mess around with stones. I'm very privileged and thankful for Eric providing this to let me try it. That was really awesome of him to do it. I want to thank you very much. This is, he said it in his video, but like until you get your hands on the stone to try it out, it's like it's a nice stone. And if Bundubeard, I don't remember his name, Bundubeard, if he starts selling these things, these are something to look at. I like that it shows the rough cuts and stuff. Especially here, you get to see a glimpse of what the structure of the stone is actually like in the texture. I don't have a powerful lens for or a microscope or anything like that to look at that. It's like 1,000 times one of those cheap digital ones. But it's pretty tight crystalline. You can see how it's like peppered and layered across. It's almost got like in some light, when it's wet, it's got like almost a green hinge to it. I would say this is getting close to the surgical black or true hard black or whatever you call them, the ultra fine density of microcrystalline. This thing has really bright sound. Finish the finish or the dressing that you can do on them is very similar to what you can on the Arkansas stones, the novaculite or microcrystalline. I had the previous people that got to try it, you could see what they did. They mess around with the difference. So I don't know if this was actually convex, because you have lowest points here and here, and someone looked like they tried flattening it. So I don't know if someone had convexed it or not prior to this, but that would have been fun to be able to try. But all I did was just really polished the surface. I didn't burnish it or anything. I used a very polishing metal sandpaper, and polished it up more. The feeling you get, not just on the honing, but it's almost like you have the soapstone, that slick, soapy feeling with this, with a little bit of the Arkansas bite. You know how like it's got a little bit of grab, but it's not as extreme as or harsh as the Arkansas. And cuts fairly quickly, and you don't have the consistency of the scratch pattern as what you do with the arc. The arc, your angles are like really rigid and firm. It just goes really, like, there is no forgiveness with the arc. This, you get a little bit of rounding and the burring on the bevel. You got to watch that. I've happened a few times where you got that wire edge. So if you're just doing a sustained shape, says on his, where he's talking about the V, where you're actually cutting off. Even Devin talks about removing your burrs by doing those. Basically, what is it, going with the bevel instead of 90 degrees against it or whatever you're doing. You just, with this stone, you kind of got to watch that. You can get like a false edge with this fairly easy, but the polish is excellent. And it's like, I think Test Shaves, I can't think of his name, Martin, Test Shaves. You'd probably be interested in this stone if you don't like, since you don't like the Arkansas and how they cut slowly for you. I think you would enjoy this one. This is a nice follow-up for a final polish finishing. It's very smooth, comfortable edge. The first time I messed with it, I got really smooth, comfortable, but it wasn't as keen as I like it and how I need it because I do head shaves. And the sides of my head is real difficult. And if it can't go through that smoothly, it's not sharp enough for me because I'd run into trouble then. So it took me a couple tries, but I noticed with my thinner blades, here's a Johan Engstrom Swedish blade. It's pretty thin grind. These thinner grinds, I notice, at least when comparing the different blade thicknesses or whatever, even though this can take an excellent edge, very smooth edge on the Arkansas, this, maybe it's because it's the harder steel, I'm not sure. But it doesn't, probably takes a little bit more work to get the thinner blade, the heavier, the thicker, the denser metal, the Swedish steel. Same with the Helgestrand. I think I gotta refine the bevel a little bit more on this. It was just not there. That's gotta work with. However, on the thicker, meatier grinds, so this is a Wade & Butcher hollow grind. I don't know what year it is, but it's a heavier, more solid. But this is dense. This is like heavy steel. Very nice. Holds the edge very well. This took the edge brilliantly on this. This just really complemented the steel. Same with this Fredericks certified. I got the oil on it because where I live, things rust almost instantly, and this was a restore as well as that one I'm still working on, but this one's more finish stage. But the finish on your skin afterwards, it is like almost what you would get with the Arkansas, the surgical with the high polish like this. But I think I get a little bit more finer polish with the Arkansas, but this is not far behind. Very soft feeling, but it's got when you get the keenness right, you can tell it will bite you if you're not paying attention. But it's very soft finish, and like the skin texture afterward, just super close shave. I had some stinging with the alum afterwards, but went away pretty quick. Highly recommend this stone. I'm really looking forward to seeing about getting one. Probably in this, probably more like this size, maybe a little bit longer. I find because I do a lot of smiling blades, and so I use quite a bit of the stone, but generally I use about that much. So I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit longer and narrower for my opinion, but I still love that it's got where it's just from the old stone parts. That's just, I don't know. I think that gives it the character, and then kind of see what kind of stone what you're dealing with instead of having to break a piece off and look at the ends and stuff. That's just brilliant. What was I going to say about that? Oh, and so with the thicker steels, like the Sheffield steels, I finished these on. Do I have it? Yes, I have some soap. That's the glycerin soaps, and so I water and soapy water in this to do the finish, and excellent, smooth, comfortable shave. With these, I went up to the oil to try that to see what this. So that might be why this is a little bit more uncomfortable. I guess you could say it wasn't as smooth. It wasn't as efficient cut. So there's something in there, just user error or whatever. But those two, I did use the oil to try on, but I think I got the best results for comfort and keenness with using the glycerin soap with soapy water mixture or whatever. But yeah, this is a marvelous stone, and I want to thank you guys again for watching. I'm going to try to do some up close pictures of the bevel, show the polish on it, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have a microscope, so what I'll do is just use my loupe and then get it up with the camera and take a picture or a video of it and try to get it inserted. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you guys another time. Alright, bye.